Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22. It's Youth Factory. This is episode 61. Last time we left off at the halfway point of our season, and we are going to very quickly get through the remainder of this season, especially as things remain as is. So, since the end of the last one, we had Kongsvinger to start the second half of the season at home, and it's a top team. So, even though we actually played decently well, we had a missed penalty in there, but we did get one goal from Bergum. But they were just too strong. Our 1-0 lead ended up in a 3-1 loss. Not a terrible performance, but a loss nonetheless. But then we went on the road at Mjøndalen, one of those teams near the bottom of the league, and outside of a consolation goal from a penalty very late on, we were fairly comfortable in this one. But my oh my, 5,000, full stadium for them in that game. It'd be nice if we could get 5,000 people to come see our games. Strawman, that's been our bogey team this season. We've really struggled against them. They knocked us out of the cup. We were able to get just 1 point on the road and then beaten at home. They're just slightly too good for us. And they scored that goal very early on, and we were just never able to battle back even after they had somebody sent off late on. Stebek is one team, though, we have done well against, and we were able to beat them 3-1 on the road, so it's an important points. In fact, our only wins over these last five, the month plus, have been road wins. Overall, 7 points, though, and a huge point at home against Asker, as in one of those top three teams in the league, at a pretty big bumper crowd in this one. We had almost 2,500, a lot of those being away fans coming to see their team. So a huge point for us, especially in a game that was not necessarily the strongest performance. You could see Fawoli was actually our best player playing center back for us. So that was pretty nice. We just went past the transfer deadline. We sent a few players out on loan, but no financial offers. So nobody coming in to sweep any players away from us, and that's going to really help us maintain consistency and help us continue to build for the future. And we've been very consistent for quite a while here, where we have one win more than we have losses, meaning we're playing just above that 500 mark. And that's 30 points from 20 matches played. We now have 10 remaining in the season. We are 2/3 of the way there, and we are on rate for 15 more points, so 45. We were on rate for 46 at the halfway point. We're doing pretty well in those regards for kind of hanging on to what is ahead of us. The 12-point advantage we had over the drop remains a 12-point advantage. We had a 6-point deficit to the second place. That's grown a little bit. It's 9 right now, but we're also just 7 outside of those promotion playoff spot. All in all, top end still looks a bit too far out of reach, but the bottom end we look comfortable to be well beyond. We have a 10-point advantage over Grorud in 11th. 10 points separating us from the next spot down in the order. And then, we're just 3 points away from 7th, 4 points away from 6th. So we are very much just off the back end of this group, not far behind. That feels good. It also feels comfortable. And therefore, let's go ahead and just push forward another month. We can kind of get right through this season. Financially speaking, we are in a bit of a hole where we kicked off in December to where we are now. Yeah, we're losing money. We are definitely losing money, but that is coming through in the youth setup. And of course, if we are graced by the presence of Idan again, that'll all be taken care of and made right come this December. And we do expect that she'll be back. She promised she'll be back. So in the short term, finances are a bit of a problem. Team is in a bit of a debt situation, spiraling out of control when it comes to the payroll. They don't want to give us much money because we are in debt at the time that they are looking at the finances, and then Idan comes along and takes care of that. But that's after they've already decided what our finances will be for the coming year. making it a little difficult at the moment to, well, really get anywhere with things. Our monthly losses have not been good. The current month looks good, but here in a couple hours we're going to have that turn of the month officially be done, and another youth setup cost that's going to equal another 200K or so, meaning our 50,000 profit's going to suddenly be 150,000 losses again. And we're through September. We started with a 1-1 draw on the road at Grorud. We were the better team, but we were on the road, so it makes sense that we struggle a little bit. Jakobsen started and struggled and probably led to the goal that they got, but Bergum got us back level, and we came away with a point. Then we went on the road to start, and this one was ugly. Ostby, straight red in the 7th minute, and we were already trailing 1-0. And then we held 1-0 all the way to the 77th minute, and then the floodgates opened as the team got exhausted and they got pummeled in the final 15 minutes of this one, losing 5-0. But we rebounded. We finally had a home game. Kristiansund, we beat them 2-0. And then Tromsø, the league leaders, they had a penalty in the 14th minute, early lead, and then they had somebody sent off, and it just wasn't enough, but it leveled the playing field enough that we held on to a 1-0 loss. So 2 bad performances, but 3 games on the road, a point from those, and 2 games at home, 6 points from those. Maximum points. This time it's a penalty actually going our way for a change, and we win 1-0 against Raufoss. So 7 points for the month, not great, but 7 points from 5 with 3 road games, including a couple really tough ones, is not so bad. Now, just 5 games remain in the season, and this is how things look. We are 9th place on 37 points. We are still 10 points clear of that back-end group. We are well above the drop now. 21 points clear with 5 to play means we will not be relegated this season. We are already safe from relegation. We are definitely more of a team looking up than we are looking back, but we're at the tail end of the group. Last year we were just at the high end of this group. This year we are at the tail end of that group. So we have bridged the gap from one group to the next. We're still only 9th place, but it's still nice. We're still that 1 game above 500. Thanks to the pummeling that Start gave us, we now have a negative goal differential, but we've been hovering at that just about even all season long zone. And with 5 to play, we've already, what did we get last season? Was it 30? No, it was 38. We are 1 point shy of our final total from a year ago. With 5 games to play, you figure we're going to get that and more. I don't know if we'll get to the 46 mark. Like I said, we looked likely to drop off slightly. It was a very, very good first half. Second half, we seem a little more grounded. We seem to have a little more expected results kind of situation. But at the same time, still good and still better than a year ago. So where we finish up, I'm guessing it'll be in the low 40s. I would think we're going to at least get 5 points from these last 5. But maybe a little more than that. 6, 7, maybe 8 points. And that'll get us not far from that 46 mark. Meanwhile, a brief check-in on the team. Jonas Gay, 1 away from hitting 90. Remember, Haukeberg topped 100 before he left the squad. So we have not had anything like that. But, Janssen continues to develop. He's already in 86 now. Holmdale is climbing. He's in 84. I think they were both 83 last time we checked in. And then Oleberg's climbing. Genkarczyk up to a 74. We'll have to check in on him. He might be ready to start contributing to the squad, but that's slow gains. I think he was a 70 at the start of the season. Bergum leading the way with 18 goals. Lovas has 8 with 7 assists each. This season, earlier, about mid-season, Bergum passed Lovas as the club's all-time leading scorer. And you can see with 10 goals more than Lovas this season, he continues to impress. XG-wise, 19. So he's right on track thereabouts. Lovas, meanwhile, only 5.33. He's the guy who should be getting that final ball, but he just isn't. Andreasen, his XG almost the same, and his goal tally not far off either. 6 goals, just 5 assists though, surprising. A lot of the assists coming in those final kind of 1-2s in the box. All time, 169 goals for Bergam, 163 for Lovas, and quite a few extra appearances. I mean, more than 60 more than Bergam, and he certainly had that advantage. He's 27. Bergam's just 24, so 3 years older. He had quite the head start, and Bergam's caught him, passed him now, and you'd figure no looking back on that one. But Bergam playing in the playmaker role with more goals every season really shows that Lovas is somebody who is kind of on his way out as a starter, and Holmdale has eclipsed him. And Holmdale only 2 goals this season and 1 assist, but a lot of that's coming down to appearances. Still just 41. The amazing thing though, that's his first 2 goals. Only 17. He should start getting more appearances on top. I will certainly be picking him there more often. Andreasen, 34 career goals, by the way. Andreasen, Jonas Gay, their assist totals are a bit lower this year, 4 and 5. But their chances created per 90, still fairly high, 3/4 of a chance per 90 is certainly not bad. Andreasen a little bit higher, 0.84. Oleberg only 0.53, not great for him. Modeste definitely hasn't done great, just 0.3. His training rating is really low. He's frustrated sitting behind Andreasen in the pecking order, and yeah, he's not had a very good season, really. Bergam at 0.54 on chances created, 0.59 for Hermansen. That's pretty good. Lovas 0.83. He's actually right near the top. He's making that extra pass. Is that the reason why he's scoring so much less, or is he just not converting very well? Well, one thing that's definitely hurting him is his header percentage is only 30%. He's losing 70% of the chances he gets, and you would figure with your attacking forward that they're going to get the occasional cross coming in, and he's just not winning very many of those, and you have no idea how many of that 30% are actually finding the target. Janssen, meanwhile, 87% of headers won, 82 for Fawoli. I think Fawoli's had a pretty good season here. His average rating at 7.2 is definitely doing better than the rest of the defense has done. Defense is still struggling this season, but I think since we kind of made the move to Janssen taking over as the defensive mid, it's having an impact. Because he's stronger than Fawoli, and then Fawoli's been stronger than the back 3, and that's given us just that little bit more of an edge that we needed. Not training here recently, though, because he is injured. He's been out for a little while, and it's actually been a month now since he was injured. Sports hernia, and he will be out for another week to 2 weeks. We're into the final game of the season. Our safety was already secure, so no worries there. But we are in the middle of a very, very tight mid-table battle. 4th to 10th place is separated by just 6 points here entering this final match. And we can go up or down depending on the result today, as Jonas Gay looks like he got the ball, but apparently got the man as well. And that one ends the opening highlight to this one. We do have a number of changes into the side today as Osby is through. He's in a good shape. He's laying that off for Holmdale, and that's close, but out for a corner kick as the keeper makes a save. Uleberg has the yellow card accumulation, so we had some changes due to that. And then that mostly came down to Haagensen back in the side and Fawoli up into the midfield position there, as Janssen also starting. So we've got Janssen and Fawoli both on the pitch for this one. Holmdale also getting the start over Lovas, and Modeste trying to get a start for him, as he's been pretty upset being just behind Andreasen for the last couple of years when he was so good. As that one's saved, Hogginson's going to recover the ball, but can he find a teammate? He does not. Diving header clears that one away, but we are all over them here in the first 20 minutes. 5 shots already to nothing. Can they get something going here, though? No. No, Moen. Easy save. They had nobody anywhere near us on that one. Severede. Bergam. Janssen now. Over the top for Homedale. He's going to get a chance. That's blocked. Lays that off. Modeste. Bergam. Saved on the line. Whew, so close to being in. In fact, that ball looked to be more than halfway over that line. That was inches from a goal. Even if the keeper made an easy save, he didn't make it from a very easy position. 8 shots already now, just a few minutes later, so we are all over them. But the counterattack is on. And it's on yet again. Moen. Oh, Moen! Easy save, and it slips through his hands, and we go from total domination to trailing 1-0 in this one, and we've got work left to do. Hogginson, poor positioning, but no help from his teammates on that one. And, yeah, XG is already approaching 1, and they have a 10th, yet we trail. Is it going to be that kind of day? By the way, points total. I said we may near 46. We're on 44 right now. A win would put us above what we did in the first half. A draw would put us 1 point shy of where we were. We certainly look like we are still very capable of getting 3 points today, as we are all over them, even though we trail. Bergam! Ball goes far post. He goes back to that near post on the way the action was, and that one off the inside of the crossbar. How does that thing come out? From there, it should have slid off the bar and in for the goal. But no, still, we are denied. This time by the post. 13 attempts already here in the first half. Janssen finds Ostby in lots of space. He's going to come up and take that one himself, and he misses the target wildly. Halftime. They're going to get a talking to here for not being able to convert. 1.5 in the XG. Only 4 on target out of 15 attempts, and they've literally had just a single shot, and we trail. We're at home. We're attacking. We have nothing to lose here. Don't lose faith. Okay, fine. Oh, I knew I should have given them a stern talking to. Defense demotivated because I told them they're playing well. They only gave up a single shot. Okay, well, we got 2 out of 3 groups fired up. Defense might need some changing out. Bergam, free kick. Can we do better? No. Wow, look at that. Away fan group. They had a sellout when we played them earlier in the season. 5,000. I do recall that. 1 hour played. Very attacking. Out of possession. Push up even higher. No yellow cards. Okay. Go ahead and get stuck in then. Jonas Gay is struggling, but I don't have a proper sub for him. Mankiewicz, maybe? Go ahead and bring on Mankiewicz. He's upset anyway. 77th minute. Still no goals. Bergam hits the wall. I'm going to reset here. Way too many players back. We had 4 guys back when they had nobody forward. They had everybody back for that one. Modeste. Can't get that ball inside. Foley finds Mankiewicz. He's through, and he's going to have a great chance there, and he misses. That's only our first shot on target here in the second half. Tactics. Let's start changing things up. It's time to get aggressive here. Foley, go forward. Janssen, get forward even more. Let's put these guys on attack. Bergam nips that one along, but it goes to them. Mankiewicz intercepts, and here we go. Janssen, Mankiewicz finds Homedale. Flag goes up even though he was level. the team that has only had a shot all game just gets their second. and they lead 2-0. We just got FM'd. This game does not matter except for our position in the standings and our subsequent payout for our result in the league is going to be impacted by this. Severede gets a yellow. They're going to get another chance. It's already in the final minute. Wow, we just got FM'd big time. Moen saves that one, and they're going to tap it in to make it 3. Wow. Did we get FM'd or what? Total domination of this game, and we got our ass handed to us. And that's the season, folks. In the end, my prediction ended up correct. We should have gotten 3 points today. We should be sitting on 47, finishing the season in 7th place. That would have been a heck of a result. That would have been so nice in the end. And it would have been for at least neutral goal differential, if not positive, even if we only win 1-0 in that one. Wow, that's the worst, absolute worst kind of result. Total domination, and they score on literally every shot that they attempt. And, meanwhile, we've got 20-something shots. We've got a couple plus XG, and we lose. And we lose 3-0. 44 points is the final tally from 30 played. Comfortable, better than last season, an improvement into the mid-table mix. On the final day, what looked close stretched out a little bit. Start, Ailsund, Asker all win on that final day, and they go a bit higher. Straumen, Braun, us, Sandefjord end up tight in the mid-table battle, and we end up towards the back end of it. Down in 9th place, still really, really good result. Mjøndalen, who just beat us, ended up in that no man's land in between. Adding those 3 points pushed them even further ahead. Tromsø win the league comfortably. Kongsvinger going up with them. Fredrikstad into that promotion playoff against the relegation threatened team of the elite Syrian. Kristiansund, Stabæk, and Odd are the ones relegated. And yeah, we look to be edging our way towards that top end. Next season maybe we'll be, another 6 points better off and on the back edge of that. But I think we're about 2 seasons away now from contending for promotion, depending on what happens with teams coming in and trying to buy off our guys. But with our finances improving, one of these days we will have improved training facilities, and that's going to start getting players developing even better. Getting Haukebergs on the roster, and not just one of them, but getting multiple guys at that 100 plus should start getting us competing for promotion. And maybe if the finances are good enough, maybe we'll hit professional status, and that in itself, even without improved training facilities, should see the team start to improve that much more as we get to train daily instead of just a couple days a week. That's going to do it for this episode and this season. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.